everyone, welcome or welcome back. It is Grace Bella. It is such a beautiful day outside today. It's like 70, 80 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. And this time of year is really when everything is so in bloom and like green and lush. So I definitely want to go to the botanical gardens near me today. I don't want to waste a stunning day like today. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be bringing my new binoculars. I brought these last time I went, but the last time I went to the gardens, I went with my sister more to just like walk around and take pictures and like chat, not so much to stop and look at birds. She's not like so much as an amateur bird watcher like I am. So I definitely want to get a little bit of bird watching done. And on top of that, I'm going to get some journaling done. I just recently finished my second journal. I completed the whole thing and I'm so proud of myself. I always have such like a good weird feeling after finishing a journal. It's definitely a sense of accomplishment, but I also feel so weird about starting a new one. But this is my new journal. I thrifted this a while ago. I've been waiting. I love thrifting all of my journals, and I really quickly made like a little cute front page. This is the first time I've ever made a front page like this, but I've seen them all over Pinterest and I thought it was really cute. And the last time I went to the city, which was maybe a month or so ago, I went to a photo booth and I got a couple, photo strips. So I thought it would be cute to put that in there, and I'm so glad I did. I think it's a really cute intro, and I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I used to feel a lot of pressure over what I would write in my first page. I think I made them a little, more deep than I usually am, even though I do consider myself not to be like a shallow person. But in my journal, I feel like my first pages and my other two were a bit more of like performative journal entries, which I suppose this still is. I super love how it turned out, and I think I want to do my first entry at the gardens. I really love journaling when I'm surrounded by like calm, beautiful things, and I want to read Looking for Alaska. I really love rereading this every summer. It just reminds me of summer so much, and this is one of my favorite books. I think I always come back to it. I really do. And Alaska Young is probably, I don't know, she's one of my favorite characters. I saw the actress who played her in the TV show on the subway when I was in the city. Anyway, I'm very excited to get some reading and journaling done today at the garden, so I'm gonna throw some shoes on and get going. Of course they're mowing the lawn right now. That's kind of extra annoying, but maybe that'll disguise the noises that I'm making for the bird watching. I'm trying to find the bright side of things. It's so nice outside, but it's definitely warm. I'm in like a patch of shade right now, but for the most part it's very covered in the sun out here, but it's really nice. I've seen a lot of birds. They're quick though, so I'm not getting a lot of them on camera for you guys. You can hear so many birds. It's like my favorite sound to write to. I used to get so confused when people would talk about how they would get aggravated hearing birds waking them up in the morning, but I kind of think that's the best way to be woken up by the birds. I don't know, all these birds sound nice to me. I think I need to find a place to sit and journal. There's like some commotion going on. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I'm trying to get like, for the most part, kind of away from that. And I know they have benches kind of all over. I'm going to be looking for one in the shade. Like that bench is a little too low, I think, but it is a cute bench. I'm going to keep looking and I'll keep you guys updated. I found this cute bench that's mostly in the shade, so I'm going to get some journaling done here. I think I'm going to save my reading for a different bench, but I'm so excited. I always get so nervous writing my first entry in here, but I am very excited to remember this forever because it's so beautiful out. Maybe I'll print out some pictures on the way home of like my time here today, so I have a visual memory to go along with my written memory, if that makes sense. I just wrote about like half a page-ish, maybe a little bit more, and I think I'm going to keep walking around and I'm going to keep adding to this as I keep walking around. I think something about being in nature and like surrounded by calmness gives me so much more time to like think and expand my thoughts, so I'm just going to keep adding to this as I keep having more thoughts. I'm going to do some more walking around in a different part of the gardens now that the person yelling is gone. I'm not sure what was going on there. I cannot believe it's already June. It's so wild to me. My birthday is next month, which is also so wild to me how quickly time passes. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really great summer, or I'm hoping for a really great summer full of lots of time with my friends at the beach, you know, in nature. I really love spending as much time outside as I can, which is why I love this warm weather, although my car AC is broken, so that's something that I need to probably fix before this summer, even though it's been broken the past 2 summers, but whatever. The one thing about this place is it must be near an airport because there's so many planes that pass, which isn't super annoying. Like, it's not so loud, it's not, woo! I'm going to see if we can find any new birds. I did see a bunch already, but we'll see what other wildlife and stuff we can find. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but they're so stunning. They're literally like bigger than my hand. I just did a tiny bit of journaling and I've been doing some rereading, and on top of rereading I've decided that I'm doing like a very rough annotation where I'm just underlining some of my favorite quotes and stuff, because I've started to do this for my favorite rereads. I did it for the Hunger Games. I did it for, not a reread, but I did it for like a murder mystery that I just read because I kind of wanted to like figure out the murder mystery, and there was a lot of characters, so it was just a bit easier to underline and mark different things. I think because of my OCD and like perfectionism, I wanted everything to be perfect all the time, so I would be very scared about writing in books or messing anything up. So I've been just underlining a few things that I like. For example, her quote regarding her life's library, I really love that section and I really relate to it because I'm someone who really only buys her books secondhand. Oh, there's an ant on me. I'm really someone who really only buys books secondhand, like from garage sales, thrift stores, eBay. I get maybe 1% of my books firsthand, and that's like if I'm with my friends or something in a special event or a specific book. But anyway, I've been doing a little bit of rereading this. There's a lot of bugs that have been on me, and I saw a wild turkey. I think when I first saw it, it was from very far away, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a peacock, and I was like, what the heck is a peacock doing at the botanical gardens, but I'm pretty sure it was a wild turkey. But I'm going to do some more reading, and then I'm going to do some more journaling. I think it's such a nice day, so I think I just want to stay out here as long as possible. And especially now there's like a slight breeze. Before, when I was walking around, there was no breeze, and it was really hard to walk around in the sunlight with no breeze. But I'm all sunscreened up. Honestly, maybe I'll reapply my sunscreen, except it's in my car, so maybe I won't, because I am sitting underneath this lovely tree, so I don't really think that the sun is gonna get me too badly. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and I'll keep you guys updated. I just ate some leftovers, but I'm still feeling very tired, and it's like 3:30 in the afternoon right now, which is a little bit too late for me to take a nap. So instead, I'm going to make a little decaf iced coffee. I have all my things I need here. Well, no, I need to get some more stuff, but this is like the basics. I'm more of a tea drinker, but I do like having coffee because I feel like I can put fun things like caramel into the coffee, and it kind of makes it more of a sweet treat kind of vibe. And I'm currently watching Love Island, which I don't usually watch reality TV shows other than Survivor. I enjoy watching with my family, but my friends introduced me to Love Island like 2 years ago, and then last year I watched the like second half of the TV show on my own, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it's also kind of creates a community, which I really enjoy as well. Like, it gives me something new to talk about with my friends, but it also gives you something to talk about with like really anyone our age. And I do recognize not everyone our age watches Love Island, but I think it's just something that you can connect to with someone else, which I do like about it a lot. And it's also quite funny. I so far do like the cast. I was a big Nicolandria stan last year, and I've been a Nicolandria stan since like episode 1, or since I saw episode 1 of last season. And my friends didn't really see it, but I stood by them, and I was so happy when they got together. So yeah, I'm going to watch some Love Island while I have my iced coffee. I need to get some milk too. Or I don't need milk, but I do want milk. Good morning, everyone. It is a couple days later, and the weather today isn't horrible, but it's not great. It's kind of cloudy. So I'm thinking it would be a good day for thrifting, because I always find that I have great success or luck when I go thrifting on days where the weather isn't great or it's like pouring rain. But first, I just got 2 packages from Depop, so we're gonna open them up. Okay, first up, this packaging is so cute. There's a little, is that a calla lily? That's so funny because these are calla lilies. See, it's little calla lilies. That's so cute. Anyways, these should be hair accessories. Yes. Oops. I got these 2. This one is a dragonfly. And then I also got this one, which I think is another little bug, but it's missing the antenna, I think. Or maybe they both only have one antenna, or the antenna is broken on both of them. I did not realize that when I bought them, but honestly, it's such a small detail. It's not really a big deal. I super love these colors, the blues and purples and the greens. This is like exactly what I want the color scheme of my bedroom to be when I eventually have my own room. Up next is this top, which is just a little Brandy Melville top. I really love layering tops like these, especially ones that have lace straps. I feel like even here I'm wearing like a little lace strap fun detail bra because I like having that little detailing peeking out. I actually already have this top, but I'm 99% sure that my younger sister stole it, and it's not a big deal because I got this for $5. They're listed online secondhand for pretty cheap, but it's a big deal to me because I use tops like these a lot for layering, so I just wanted to get another one. It's a very good staple for the wardrobe if you like layering, having little lace peeking out. I am back home. After thrifting, I decided to stop at a little coffee shop and read more of Looking for Alaska and do a little bit more of my rough annotation. And I had a lot of fun. I read like about 75% of it, but I honestly think I'm going to reread it again and go through it with a different underlining and do like more markings on it. But I want to show you my thrift haul. I got some pretty good stuff. I was so excited that they had the half off sale today. I've been really trying to analyze my wardrobe and go through it. So I've been very specific with my purchases. But to start, I got this cropped pink cardigan. Now that it's the warmer seasons, I realized that during the winter seasons, I really would only wear either something like this, like a little cardigan that's cropped with a long sleeve underneath if it was winter, or I would wear a baggy, chunky grandpa sweater. And that's kind of the two vibes I would go between. So that's what I'm trying to focus my spending towards, only those things if I'm buying wintry themed stuff, but I'm not even really buying that much winter stuff. And the sweater is definitely something I think I can wear in the springtime. Up next is this tank top, which I think is very similar to a Brandy Melville top I have seen online. I think this is a super cute little black basic tank top. I'm so glad that I didn't buy the Brandy one because I've been thinking about purchasing it for a few months, but I got this one for $2 today. So it was definitely the right decision to wait on it. And another little basic tank top is this white one. I also am so glad I got this. I never find good basics at the thrift store, especially white ones. Usually they're quite see-through, and this is the tiniest bit sheer, but it's nothing compared to the usual white tank tops I find. I think this is so perfect. Like, I could just throw this on with a pair of shorts and it would be perfect. Speaking of shorts, I got these. I love that little swirly detailing right there, and I also love when jeans have pockets like this. These are so comfortable, and I really like the length on them because for the most part, my shorts that are more like this rise and this fit are much shorter, which I do still like wearing, but I think it's gonna be good to have these in my wardrobe. This top kind of reminds me of something Alison De Laurentiis wore in Pretty Little Liars, but the colors are switched. I don't know why, but this really just called to me. I think maybe because I thought it looked very familiar to me. I found these Supergirl shorts and I honestly could not be happier. I think this is my favorite purchase, especially with the Supergirl movie coming out. I just think it's perfect. I was kind of raised on like Marvel, DC superhero movies, and I think that Supergirl was always one of my favorite DC woman characters. I just think her story is very tragic, and it's also kind of relatable, like not so much being sent to Earth and being from another planet, but I think that her struggles of like feeling alone and not having anyone can be very relatable, especially for young women. If you guys don't know her story, just as a quick recap, she was sent to Earth to protect Clark, but she got caught in some kind of, I think, solar storm, and it delayed her. So when she finally came to Earth, Clark was already Superman and he didn't need any more protecting. So her purpose was kind of gone, and she was also sent away when she was, I want to say maybe like a young woman, late teenager. I don't know the exact age, but at that point everything she's ever known was from her planet that's now been destroyed and gone. So her home is gone and her friends are gone, and like her one purpose, being sent to Earth, is not needed anymore. So I don't know, I'm really excited to see the movie. I think that tragic female characters like that can be especially appealing to me. I mean, I was talking about earlier in this how Alaska Young is one of my favorite characters. I also think that she gets a lot of hate from men in the fandom, which makes me especially like her because it just enrages me when men dogpile on a specific female character because they for some reason don't like her. Anyway, my last purchase is this little beach read. It is called the Beachcomber, and this is the little summary on the back. I just thought it sounded interesting as a little beach read. I love reading. I love reading on the beach, and especially now with the warmer weather, I've been trying to keep an eye out for books that take place in the summer because I like matching my season to whatever I'm reading. And that concludes my $13 thrift haul.